Happy Sunday, Dom.
What just happened there?
Day
I
number
forgot to
two.
I forgot to unmute. Good morning. Playing around with other stuff. What's up, buddy?
You forgot to mute?
I forgot to unmute. Yeah, face was on and I was saying good morning, and then the little thing popped up and said you were on mute. I was like, dang, all right.
Oh my
All
God.
right, chat. What
Sorry.
happened?
My dog is howling like a wolf outside.
Nice. Oh, I hear it.
I gotta
That's
open
awesome.
I gotta open the door for this.
That's great.
Quietly.
Oh yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah, I do. We got some wolves in the background at Jason's house. Mine is the winds are blowing like crazy right now, so you wouldn't be able to hear that. But I just when you were in the background typing, I just went outside because I've been stretching and working out and journaling, and I just hear stuff getting tossed around outside. There's the wolves. What's up? Good morning, everybody. Who do we have here? I don't know, because y'all ain't
Mom's
saying
awake.
hi. Your mom's awake? Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Good morning. Um,
Um,
Happy Sunday, dude. It's Sunday. I,
I
I don't
woke
even know. I don't even know if we've done a Sunday show all year long.
no, I've not been on a Sunday ever.
This is the most rarest show ever of all time. It's gonna be a banger too.
I woke up and went immediately to the bathroom. We had a good night last night. Our family was spread out amongst events.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I woke up at 5:30 this morning, which is later than normal. But Kristen, I was taking a number two. And Kristen woke up and like opened the door, and like the light was out in the bathroom because it was too bright. Like our bathroom light is really bright, and I'm just sitting there in the dark. And all I can imagine is that she opens it and sees her husband just sitting on the toilet in the dark. She's like, "What are you? Why are you up so late, so early?"
Oh, that poor girl.
Um, but yeah,
That's
yesterday was
unfortunate.
good. We had my oldest daughter went to a dance,
Oh,
like
okay.
like a masquerade dance,
Ooh,
uh,
fun.
and it was at a church with a friend. And she came home. She had a good time. Before on the way there, she was a little she was a little uh, trepidatious. I'm trying to figure out the word.
I don't got that one.
She was it was at a church with her friend who goes to church,
Mm-hmm.
and she was feeling a little bit unsure about the church atmosphere. But it sounded like she had a really good time. She ran into people that she knew from school,
Okay.
as well as like other girls from her soccer team. And on the drive there, we had a little bit of a talk because she was unsure. She was like, "She's at a church." And I grew up kind of doing the same thing. Like I had friends who were, they were involved in the LD. One of my best friends, he was in the LDS church, and he brought me on a lot of events,
Mm-hmm.
church related. That I remember always feeling a little bit unsure because we did not grow up going to church, and it always felt odd going there. Um, but I always felt good afterwards,
Yeah.
because I did something uncomfortable. That was
Yep.
a talk that we got to have. I think it kind of
Awesome.
hit. I think I think it hit. So we'll see in a few years when
It's good when you have stuff that you can relate to.
yeah. I
Makes
did.
it a little easier.
Yeah, I got it was a cool little reflection point. Um, my friend, he asked me if I want to go to a summer camp. I think this was like the summer after senior year. And I was like, sure, I'll go to a summer camp as a senior in high school. And it was a sleepaway camp. And we got there, and it was like just teenagers in a big field at a college campus. And then like that night, we had to go into the auditorium for like the orientation, and I did not know it was a church affiliated day camp.
Oh, gotcha.
And by the end of the 2 hour long uh, orientation, I was like the only kid not in tears,
Oh,
because
really?
this was a camp to for like young teenagers to kind of reaffirm their
Faith.
their faith. And I was like, where am I? What am I doing here?
And you were confused. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I hid in the room.
You're like,
To
I came for cookies and girls.
Yeah. But it was it was like super uncomfortable, but I ended up like meeting a lot of really great people and had some great conversations. I didn't come back with any particular bigger interest in religion, but
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely a mind opening experience for sure. And that was definitely a core experience of my first 20 years.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
I was
so,
imagining that this was kind of Kira's one of Kira's experiences, like I had.
yeah. Um, we spent a couple hours at a church function yesterday, actually. Our My wife's parents are very heavily involved in the Catholic Church. In fact, my wife's dad is a deacon now. That was something he did over the last 10 years, and put a lot of time into that. And so and then the one thing that they've invited us to, I think it's now our third year going, and this is the first year that Bentley was able to join because he's old enough, was a like a meal packing thing for um hungry people in third world countries. So usually it's Guatemala, but I think they shifted it to Jamaica this time around. So yeah, we all join them, and they like set up these stations where you basically like get a bag and you scoop rice and beans and soy and protein into a bag, seal it, mark it, weigh it, and then box it up. And um we packed up like 200,000 meals last night or something like that, like as like a giant group. There was like 80 people,
Mhm.
and they have like all these stations and stuff. So it was a good time. It was, just doing something for someone else, just kind of lock in and just do your repetitive task. And then at the end of it, look at the, pallet of boxes of food that you're essentially sending off to families, so they can get just a little bit of food. And the kids all have a good time because they're, doing something. And it's that weird, like mental block or unlock, like from them being on screens all day and like not wanting to go do something. And then if you just like bring them to something, it's amazing what they'll have fun with, even though like literally we were just like a manufacturing line, but like they had a good time. Like they really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I was gonna say that was my day yesterday, but it like really ties into the reading because before that, we all met up for lunch, and there was very much a time where I could see my wife's parents as grandparents, like looking around at the crowded table and being very happy and appreciative of like the life that they have made or built, and that they can still uh sit down at a crowded table with. They have two kids, my wife and her brother, and then her brother's family, they have one child, so that grandchild, my nephew, was there, and then all three of our kids were there, and that's their essential crowded table
Yeah.
of immediate family. And I get to see that very often. I think I've mentioned that on here. Like that's what I that's those are the parents that I look towards as like role models, and like my baseline of where I want to be, like when it comes to grandparenthood. I'm very much looking forward to that stage of my life. Not in a rush to get there, but very much looking forward to it because of what I see with them. It's just different than anything it's different than any grandparent that I've grown up seeing or what my parents are doing right now
Mhm.
as grandparents.
Yeah, I can imagine there's some kind of I'm imagining what your grandparents were kind of sitting. Sorry, your parents,
Amy's parents,
Amy's parents.
in-laws.
Yeah, just kind of seeing who's gathered and who stayed around. I can imagine. I can imagine that the like in 20 years, who's around, who's still showing up to the table. Um, I do remember. I remember this page last year because this is when I started feeling a little bit more in the Thanksgiving spirit.
Hmm.
Um, Thanksgiving is again one of those days where like Kristen's really good about like organizing and coordinating, and we usually have two other families join us. It's almost kind of like become a little tradition where
Okay.
we the two families show up. I am very much not uh, the instigator of the planning, but I guess the past 4 5 years, I don't know, same two families, and then there's always like one or two other people or couples of people that join us, and we end up having to enlarge our table,
Yeah.
which is a cool feeling.
Hmm.
And then I imagine that like when the kids are older and the kids have kids, will they be coming to our house or will they be going to somebody else's house? And I guess the goal is they show up
Yeah.
because they want to, not because they have to. Um,
Yeah, it's not easy. Um, like I think about, right, your family, right? You have two brothers. So your parents, they have you in Colorado and Ryan in New York. Where's your other brother again? Somewhere on the east side, right?
Still New Jersey, yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. We
So
are spread out for
is
sure.
and are your parents in New Jersey as well still?
Hmm.
Okay.
Mom's in the background here.
She's with you
Listening.
guys. But how long is she? I meant to ask, like, why is mom there? What's she
Mom
doing?
came out because Kristen has a rash of business trips,
Oh, okay.
and mom came out
Support.
to help and support, which she's awesome with. I'm not saying this just because she's within earshot in the background
Or because she watches this show.
or because she watches this show. I think she's watching. I think she's. But yeah, she just came out to help and support, helps with the driving and the cooking and all that jazz. So it definitely makes that easier. And then she's sticking around for my 45th. So
Oh, nice.
be out for at least until then.
But she won't be there for Thanksgiving.
I don't know.
We'll
Mom,
be home.
what are your Thanksgiving plans?
I don't know. I'm either
Good
probably
morning, Mama Bear.
Kyle's or Staten Island or whatever. I don't know.
So
Get the
mom sounds
I
like
don't know.
sounds like mom and dad will be doing an East Coast Thanksgiving.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like if they're all over on the East Coast, get Ryan to come down. Maybe that's hit or miss. I don't know what the commute's like or how often Ryan's family goes down there, but um,
So Ryan's Thanksgivings, I don't know if he's talked about his Thanksgivings. I think that's usually where mom and dad normally go, right? You guys usually head to
Yeah, I'm
Ryan's
usually invited there.
or
Staten
Lauren's.
Island in the house.
So like from what I hear from mom and dad and Ryan,
Morning, MP.
that they they have Lauren's family is very close, and
Oh, okay.
there's many of them. So like they have what sounds to be like a very good morning, Paul. Good morning, MP. Good morning, Mama. Uh, a very classical Thanksgiving where like there's three or four mismatched tables in a big space. Uh,
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times
yeah,
at my house.
tons of food being made, lots of conversations. It does sound like they get into politics a little bit. Is that
Mm.
No.
oh, never mind. Okay. Well, from Ryan.
And I
Uh,
guess this is the month for that sometimes.
there's I think, well, from what I've heard, like there's some clashing of political values at the house, but it always sounds like they have, like a contested but familial political conversation.
Towing the line of like respect versus someone walking out of there pissed
Yeah.
off.
And I remember one thing that Brian did once. He brought a Nerf gun, and he sat at the table, and anytime somebody started talking about politics, he would just like shoot a dart at them
Wow.
during dinner, which I thought
Good
was,
old Ryan.
yeah.
Y'all have great weekend. Wait, weekend hair? That's a thing? It's just norm.
Yeah,
Jason's the hair. Mine's
I was
getting too long. I'm gonna cut mine soon.
I think
Mine's savvy.
I might go for a haircut. Yeah, dinner darts.
Yeah, we've gone through a bunch of different iterations of Thanksgiving, and for me, coming from like a divorced family with two parents, uh, it was very exhausting. We would for a while we would go out to Arizona and we'd spend it with my family, and then hop to my mom's family because that's where they are. Uh, we stopped doing that like once we had too many kids, and it was just traveling 6 7 hours out there, 6 7 hours. um there's a funny story about that at the church event last night, actually. And then so then we started staying here and just doing it with the immediate family. But then even then it was like we were going to three different houses because it would be like my wife's, my dad's, and my mom's. And then at one point I put my foot down and I was like, we got to just all get together. Like we're old enough now where we can stop like fighting about the divorce, like to my mom and dad. I'm like, we got to just all come together. And it worked like 1 or 2 years, and then it just didn't. And now because we're out here, we've tried to get everybody to come out here, and it's been difficult. So we're gonna go down into town again.
Mhm.
But that was a so like more on today's topic of like like a crowded table. Like, so sometimes like you for sure, me now a little bit, but like your kids move away, and it's about your connection and how much of that, those early years, like the reading saying that you've sowed those seeds and you've put in the work, like making your familial unit like tight knit, that even if your kids move away, they're they'll still come back, right? So we traveled, it's like a 3 hour commute, like 1.5 hours each way, to go hang out with my wife's parents because they asked us to. And we'll do the same thing on Thanksgiving. Um, you know, that's what it's about. But at the end of the day, like, grandparents can travel too, as we see in the background with your mom.
Yes. Um, yeah, the idea of the seed planting. I think last year I referenced the song. There was a song that I heard this day because I'm pretty sure this was a weekday last year. And the main the chorus was like whatever seeds you sow, whether they're weeds or no, what is it? Whatever you'll sow seeds no matter what you do, but are they weeds or wildflowers?
Mm,
You know,
I've never heard that.
and that was a timely quote specifically for this. Um, is like, what will your table be full of flowers or weeds? Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, the jury is out. I think we're doing an okay job. I know
Let me
June.
let me tell you this. Let me tell you this horribly funny like dad joke 6 7 last night at the church. So one of the guys is talking, and it's like an older crowd, right? Like there's quite a bit of gray hairs in there, and I can say that because I have gray hair. Um, but one of the guys was talking, and he was like, "Okay, I know we got 12 tables here, but like we probably won't fill them all. There seems to be about 60, 70 people here. We're going to go 10 to a table. He's like, so try to start up in these first front tables. We'll probably only get to table like 6 or 7. And I just like go 6, like super like, and my girls are behind me and they're like, Dad, no. And like no one got it, like it wasn't like you see those videos of In and Out or anything like that. Like, no, like it was like crickets.
Yeah, because
But
no,
I do that. I
size
do
back.
that just for my girls' faces.
Yeah,
I could care less.
yeah. The way that 6 or like 6 or 7 or 26 or 7 or 16 or 17 has like
Pops up in your life right now is ridiculous.
infiltrated my conversation is
Yeah.
ridiculous, and I don't know if that has been intentional. It definitely hasn't been, but
Yeah.
it's like last night I was talking with Kira about like I think we were talking about like the scale of something, and I said like, so like what do you think, 6, 7 out of 10? She starts laughing. I didn't even know that's what I said.
No, I know. It's happening like crazy right now. And then the other thing that happened last night is like, so we got table 6, right? Like as our table. And whenever you finish a box, you just like go up there and bring it up there, and the lady will say like, okay, table 1 or table 6 got their first box. And then she started inviting little kids to do it. So Bentley got so excited when we were at box number 7. And he went up there and he's like, table 6 just put down box 7, 6, 7. Yeah, it was we've been having some fun with that. And again, since we have a 17-year-old, she's like, you know, high school kids, they start all the trends and then they get over them super fast. And like as soon as it filters into middle school, that's when the high schoolers are like, oh, it's not cool anymore. And then when it gets into the like elementary school, the high schooler is just like at that point, she's just like, please don't talk to me.
Oh my God, does your
And I love it.
does Bentley use 6, 7? Because Hazel uses 6, 7,
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
every time she does like the most adorable giggle. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Um, because like she'll find a 6 or she'll find a 7, but then she'll add the missing number to it to complete it.
Yeah. just to have it there. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
It's fun. I like it.
yeah, I'll play with it. I will ruin memes all day, so kids don't think that they're cool
Yeah.
anymore.
What's fun is when you do it, like I do it just to embarrass my kids. But then when I look around and there's other kids around me and I see them laughing, and if they're laughing at me, whatever, it's fine. They're laughing. I don't care. As long,
Mhm.
I'd rather kids laugh than not laugh. So
Those are the seeds that we're sowing to get
yeah.
them back. One good seed that I planted last night was me and Junie. Both Hazel and Kira were out. Mom and Kristen were out. They went to a soup party,
Okay.
also to a house where they were filling the table. But me and Junie got to stay here. We had a movie night, and we made brownies. And I found a really super easy use of Chat GPT. She wanted to make brownies.
Hmm.
Like I knew she didn't. I wanted to make the night cool for us. I knew she wouldn't want to leave the house, and I was definitely made sure that I was like present the whole time, like minimal screen time. And she wanted to make brownies, and usually box brownies are like kind of meh. But if you just, I literally just took a picture of the directions on the brownie box, and I just asked GPT to improve this recipe,
Okay.
and it gave like all these options, all these really little adjustments that made the brownies banging. It's like
Nice.
they're the best brownies ever. They're like peanut butter brownies, like really simple things
Yeah.
like when it asks for oil, just put butter in. Like
Double
really
the
simple
butter. That
things.
makes everything better.
Yeah. What else was it? A little bit of vanilla, just a little touch of vanilla extract.
Hmm.
Um, Nutmeg. Like
That's really cool. I
just
like
really
that
cool
hack.
little adjustments. That was like just a really cool lesson in how to just adjust recipes. It's never written in stone.
Yeah.
It's got a great soup that she makes that never tracks anything. It's just all the ingredients. We call it ya soup. It's the soup that girls love the most. Um, but it's like there's no recipe for it. It's just like 6 or 7 ingredients that you just toss in various amounts. Could be up to 14, but it's good.
That sounds awesome, man. Good for you. Yeah, and the other thing we did, which sparked some interest. So we had some downtime in between lunch and the church event, and so we just went to the park. And my brother-in-law is like a big frisbee guy, so like almost always has a frisbee with him. So we just went around and threw the frisbee, and Bentley was playing on the play structure, and then he just saw us all in a circle throwing the frisbee, and he went down and learned learned how to throw frisbee, caught a couple, which was super awesome. And then we went to the church function, and afterwards he was like, "Can we go throw that frisbee again?" So then we found another park right around the corner and just threw the frisbee a little bit more. And then when we were on our way home, he was like, "Mom, Dad, do we have one of those?" And so I dug ours out of the shelves up there. So we'll hit the park today and see if we can keep that momentum going of the interest while he has it. You know,
Yeah, Thanksgiving night ultimate frisbee.
I would love to. I played that in college, and then I played with my brother-in-law one time, and I just was so out of shape, like I don't know, probably 8 years ago,
Mhm.
uh, and just got destroyed by these other adults that take it like way too seriously.
Yeah, yeah, that is a fit sport for sure.
I mean,
Um,
it's a fit sport if you want to make it a fit sport, but if it's college and you're in a fraternity and you have a keg on the field, it's not necessarily a fit sport.
yeah, I have to acknowledge our little Thanksgiving ritual that me and my friends did. First, Mama Bear, I will definitely snuggle Hazel. She is in the like super snuggliest year 6
Yeah,
that I hope doesn't go away. But it was also like that with my oldest, and we're less snuggly right now. But we used to do, especially when we were coming home from college for Thanksgiving, we would go to our friend Matt Reeves's yard, and everybody would bring their garage floodlight set like that their dad had, and we would run like 4 extension cords around the yard and make a stadium for football.
mm, all right.
And sometimes it would snow, so
Dang,
we were doing like football in the snow with cleats. That was something that I would definitely fly home for if that were to happen again. Um, yeah, that was
that's
awesome.
awesome.
And we also did ultimate frisbee as well a few
I don't think we
times.
ever did any active. We weren't one of those families that put football and Thanksgiving together. Um, but maybe we'll do. Why is Ryan texting us while we're live? What a
Yeah, I
weird
just
guy.
I just got a text from
What
Ryan.
a weird guy. Like he is like he just doesn't know, guys. He's so out of it. He just doesn't know that we're just here and he could just jump into Twitch and say hello to us. Or he has the back end link as still as the owner of the VDADS channel. He could just pop on screen and talk to us face to face and say hi to his own mom.
He could. He's probably, I don't know. I'm assuming he's like juggling Didi right now,
Yeah, of course.
answering these questions.
They're way into their awake hours. I always told him because he was the one who set up the show and picked the time and everything. And I always wondered. I'm like, the reason why this works for me is because it's earlier than any of my family is awake. So there are no responsibilities for me right now. Like this is my free time. Um, but I think Ryan really has uses his free time, those free hours in the morning, like solo. Like he needs to just be alone. Um, and do his stuff. So, and plus, it
Yeah.
wouldn't have worked for me if he did 4:30 a.m. East Coast.
No, it would not work for me either. I think it's a great time because it's literally the only time of the day where I can choose how to use the time. Like
Yeah,
some mornings when I can't make it, or like in the past where it's like I just don't have anything to talk about and I
yeah,
don't have a social battery. Like that'll be a solo day. So good job, Ryan. You should come on and talk about it more.
I know. Like I said, it works well for me. It works wonders for me. I don't think there's a lot of audience if you're like 4:30, 5:30 a.m. on the East Coast. I don't,
Now,
you know,
then you're bleeding into Europe and
yeah, you might get a European
Australia,
audience.
which would be cool to see them. Um, but yeah, that was. I think I'm.
Alone
I don't
time
know.
is torture.
I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna jump into a little bit of writing, and then I got to get the studio space cleaned up. I am
Yeah.
cramped in here. It's like
So
behind
this
me.
was technically our seventh day straight. We've been going.
Technically, it was, but you started counting on Thursday, so now we have to go another 7.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to see if we can make it till next Sunday. If we can make
That's
it till
just
next Sunday, that's like really the overarching goal. Like
why don't we just
Sunday was a
why don't we New
little
Year?
low on the chat, but y'all came in and said hello, so we appreciate you. I bet everybody was just still confused. I woke up very difficultly this morning. I don't know what happened last night. I don't think I stayed up late. I did watch a couple of TV shows, but I did not check the time when I went to bed. I just turned the dang TV off and passed out. My neighbors across the street were having a party. My daughter went out with her friend super late. Um, but I trust the two of them. So it's not like I stayed awake waiting for them. My wife did. That's her game. She loves the night.
Yeah.
But yeah, my alarm went off this morning and I was like, "Oh gosh, what happened?"
I got a I'm in a good cycle here where I'll go to bed.
Yes.
I've probably like the past week. We'll see if this how long this cycle is, where it gets to like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'm just like, I'll just wake up in the morning and do it instead of like
Yeah.
pushing the envelope until 11:30 midnight of whatever tasks I feel like I have to do.
There's always time to do shit tomorrow.
There is, and I realize that every 6 weeks or so, however long my little cycle is here, where it's like I will do this better in the morning than I will
Hmm.
tonight while I'm tired.
Yeah.
Um, but that always it always at some point that always flips, and then I'm back to like I got to get this done now, even though I'm tired.
So I'll just need to remind you when I see you in that phase, and just remind you about how much more time and how much more productive you are tomorrow.
In the morning.
Morning Jason gets done. Night Jason is that
Night
dude's
Jason is distracted
that dude's just only all right.
and flounders.
That dude's distracted.
Yeah. All right. I
All
have
right,
to
dude.
poop.
Have a great day.
And maybe I'll have 2 Celsius today. I don't
Oh,
know.
and we have to apologize to our chat of yesterday for the other Turner, Ryan, ending the show so abruptly because he still doesn't know how to get out of the stream.
Oh, I didn't watch back. I want to see how that ended.
Yeah, I mean, to his credit, like when you're on your phone, there's no leave button. There's just an end button. So,
Uh,
that unfortunately is end of the show, not just end of your side of the show. So,
yeah. You're not the main character sometimes, Ryan, but you can be. All right.
all right, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us.
Have
Thank
a
you,
lovely
Jason.
Sunday.
See you,
See you
buddy.
tomorrow. Same time, same place.
Agree.